All right, it is April 10th, 2026, Friday. It is about 10 after 2 in the afternoon, and I am about to get this thing going. So that's my 79 CAMARO, for those of you that haven't seen my other videos. And I got this, which is a 65 Beaumont. That's got a 406 tunnel ram in there, and this transmission, which is a faceplated TKO 600. And if you can see here, it looks a little wet. I've had issues with it leaking, and you can see all the wet right around here. It is leaking from this seal cover, or this end cover right here. So I'm going to try and fix that myself, but not today. So it's got to come off, and then that thing apparently just pulls out, and you put a new O-ring, some RTV, and away it goes. So that's another project. But this one here is the one that's going to go today, hopefully. So this thing is a fortified with a 427 small block Chevy SHP block. I got AFR 210 heads. This one is a tunnel ram as well, with dual Edelbrock carburetors. So all my cars have dual quads. So the Beaumont's dual tunnel ram, and my 83 Pontiac, which you can see in some of the other videos, has a dual quad intake. So Pontiac's like a four-door family car, but it's got dual quads in it and everything. So this one's got a solid roller, and some bounce. So for those that store their vehicles in the winter, this keeps the mice away. So I always fill my cars up, and you'll see in the interior, I fill them up with bounce to keep the mice out. You can see here, I got bounce all over the place, and it smells nice when you get into it in the spring. So today is a moderately warm day relative to what we've been dealing with. So it's probably going to be plus 8 or plus 10 degrees Celsius. I don't have a temperature gun here by the looks of it, or that I can see with all my junk and crap around here. That's a project I gotta deal with. But in any case, that one's got a SHP 400 block, 4 stroke scat or eagle internals, solid roller, comp cam, 263, 273 at 50 on a 108 lobe separation. It dynoed at 1 3/4 inch headers. It dynoed at 657 horsepower at 6,200 RPM, I believe. It's got 3-inch exhaust all the way out. Walker Ultraflow mufflers. I got bullets before those, and then I've got resonators after those, because I got nailed for noise violation last year. So I put some extra resonators on it, which didn't really do much, but at least I could say, not for lack of trying. Nice big aluminum radiator, Flexolite fans on the front there, mechanical water pump, 1-wire alternator for simplicity. I put a catch can on it last year. It seems to work. Yeah, so let's see if this thing will run. This is always, though, I got to get the keys here. So I won't be taking it out because I'm still dealing with snow. This is melted pretty quick. I'm going to shove a little bit out of the way just to I'll speed it up a bit. I got my keys. So we'll give this a go. Catch up in just a sec here. All right, let's What do I do with my keys? There they are. Okay. Let's see what happens here. So, tunnel rams can be a little finicky when cold, but it will go unless something's screwed up over the winter. So, you can see the gauges there. Oh, I always forget. I have a fuel electric master shut off here. Turn that on. So that's got that switch. Installed that, and after did some research, found out that NHRA, even though I don't drag race this thing, you got to have it installed on the back. But in any case, it's on there. I might move it, but I'm not looking to move it real quick. All right, I'm gonna wait for some fuel pressure to build up. There we go. We got 5.5 pounds of fuel pressure. Get a few pumps here. Well, that's just way too easy. Let's hear it from the tailpipes. We'll light her up from here. Engine compartment. I installed a bump start here due to for doing valve adjustments and that kind of fun stuff. It's easier than barring it over. I just hear some. Oh, I don't hear anything. Okay, let's light her up here. Still doesn't want to idle. Still a little cold. Well, got 140 degrees. See there. 80 psi, 70 psi for oil pressure. Bolts. They're good. Fuel. Gauge doesn't work. It never worked. So I just basically monitor my mileage on my GPS. And I fill it up every 200, 250 kilometers. Yeah, but that's that was easy. Turn indicators work. That's good. No heater, so I don't worry about that. Jack works. Got two. There. There. Well, that's fun. So it's going to be coming out of the garage next week as soon as that snow melts. To the point where I can do something with it. without getting stuck. So I've got my fans, set my fuel pressure on off. This one is not being used. This is fans, so I'm going to leave them off for now. I've got a line lock on the shifter. So that works. And then I have it switched here. So I can actually use that as a parking brake to a certain extent. There, now she's idling on her own. A little high, I gotta back the idle off a touch, but I'm gonna wait till it gets about 180 and then go back the idle off a touch. So that's it. Next trip here, our next movie will be go for a ride. So stay tuned. Like and subscribe. Share this. I want to get more people watching. Not sure why, but I do. Anyhow, I like sharing this stuff, and if nothing else, I've got it documented as to what I did for this year. So it comes in handy. Because I'm getting old and I forget. So catch up later. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and stay tuned for the next video.